Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about sticking to a plan and having more conviction behind your trades. And today was a perfect example of that for me when I traded CNSP. CNSP was gapping up significantly this morning during pre-market. I think it was something regarding positive news on the treatment of the coronavirus. Yeah. Pharmaceutical reports active compound and licensed drug candidate reduces coronavirus replication in vitro by 100%. So I knew the stock was going to be in play because obviously it had news behind it. However, before the market opened, I knew it was very extended pre-market, so I had no plans to trade this right out of the gate. I typically don't trade out of the gate anyway, but obviously touched down on a couple of these support levels, but I still wasn't willing to trade because I just thought it was too extended. And as I looked later throughout the day, I noticed how it was hovering around this $4 level. And just by the entire setup on this 3-minute chart, it just looked very bearish. Knowing that, I knew we had a very good chance to come down to this purple line right here. And this purple line is the daily 100 SMA level, which stands for simple moving average. And that can obviously be a very good level of support. So I knew if it touched down around this area, it'd be a good opportunity to take a trade. And obviously it broke through that line, so what I was waiting for was the first 3-minute candle to make a new high. But before I even went into that, another thing that I looked at was a daily chart right here, and this is a perfect example of what I mean when it comes to having a very good validated level of support. Here's the 100-day SMA level, purple line, and there was another area of support that I drew right here. You could see the day here on February 28th and March the 2nd was bouncing off this line perfectly. And also this was a resistance level, obviously when it broke through it, and it became a resistance level for March 23rd and March 24th. And obviously if you break the resistance, then resistance becomes support. So there was basically 4 candlesticks that validated that this level was very significant for a potential bounce. And because it was basically so close to the 100-day SMA level, I consider that a point of confluence, and I knew that there was going to be a really good shot that we were going to have a bounce. So what I did was, instead of waiting to hit the 350 level, and that's another thing too, like half dollars, whole dollars serve as another level of significant support resistant levels. But I wanted to get in before then, because remember how I talked about having that leeway room? It's not always ever going to touch that area of support to the T. So it's best to just get in as early as possible, but obviously make sure it's somewhat close to that level of support. So as soon as I saw this candlestick going green, I just bought in 300 shares. I was actually planning on buying more if it did make a move down to average out. But in any case, it never did come back down, and I was fine with 300 shares. The thing about this stock, though, is, let me just zoom in a little closer. There wasn't actually much volume as it was making its move up. And I got a little nervous, and I actually sold right here when it touched this 13 EMA level on the 3-minute chart. And if I had just stuck to my plan, instead of the $36 that I made today, I could have made well over $150, because my plan when I bought this here was either going to be, it was basically, I was going to sell half here and then sell the rest here, because these two were key resistant levels. And as you can see, this stock basically stopped at this resistance level around the 420 area. And if you go back to the daily chart, you look at the 420 area right here, you could see a bunch of candlesticks using that level as support, and vice versa. There's also candlesticks using that level as resistance as well too. Again, you can also switch to the weekly time frame for extra validation and sort of get an idea of what I'm talking about. See, here's the $4 area that it was bouncing off of on the weekly chart, and here's also the 420 level of support that it was also bouncing off in the weekly chart. And that reflects perfectly on the 3-minute chart as well too. So you could basically use this daily resistance support levels on your 3-minute chart to figure out your entries and exits. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's just a video that I wanted to make today, that if I had just stuck to my plan like I was supposed to, I could have made significantly more than what I was supposed to make. But I didn't like the volume on this. Typically I like a lot of volume so the move could work out faster. But if you actually saw this in real time, like, I know these candlesticks sort of look deceiving, but basically this thing was like moving up and down so slow because there wasn't enough volume driving the candlesticks. And usually, like, there's so many sporadic, unpredictable moves when that happens because of lack of volume. And so I just took my profit. I got nervous, but I probably should have just stuck to my conviction. And typically your first instinct is right, and you should just plan out the way you wanted the trade to go. And if anything happens, just always have that mental stop loss. And my mental stop loss was going to be below 350. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you take some value out of it. Stay tuned. I'll definitely be making more recap videos, maybe even some live trading. I plan on putting more dedication into this channel. Please ask questions in the comments if there's something that you don't understand, and I'll do my utmost to explain it as best as possible. But just stick around, subscribe, like, turn on the notification bell, and I'll definitely be uploading more videos in the future. Until then, I'll see you next time, and take care. Stay safe. Bye.